Hi, Ryan Michael Galloway here, and Happy New Year from We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com. And 2010 is going to be a good one, I can tell you. I think we're going to be on an upswing. And if you've been continuing to play your music and keep your fan base, your momentum is going to carry you forward quickly. If not, get started right away. And forget resolutions. Just start playing, okay? Get out there and get your stuff heard by the folks, so you can build that list and ride the rising tide that's going to happen over the next 18 months. Now, we've been talking about your CD and producing it, so let's talk about distribution channels. And just as an example, people have been saying, okay, I got a CD, what do I do with it? One of the things you can do is you can use it to create a very large footprint on the internet for yourself. And one way to do that is, first of all, get your CD for sale up there. And a great place to go is a place called cdbaby.com. cdbaby.com, for relatively little money, maybe $35 to set up your account, will allow you to put samples and your physical CD for sale on the internet. The next thing that happens is they also, for about 35 bucks, give you a chance to have a barcode code. And barcode's extremely valuable. If you were to happen to suddenly sell 20 or 30,000 copies, it's going to be tracked by SoundScan and might show up as a blip on somebody's radar. Next, CD Baby also allows you to put it into digital distribution and shared distribution right from their site. Now, there is some argument over whether or not you want to go with CD Baby, which takes a little cut. I don't think they charge you very much up front, but they take you a little cut of each sale, as opposed to something like TuneCore, which probably charges you a little bit more up front for your distribution and then doesn't take any piece of your sales from there on out. Either one's, you kind of got to work out which one works best for you. But somehow get your stuff into digital distribution. What that means is your songs are going to be converted to digital files off of your CD, and they're going to be shared with iTunes and Rhapsody. I don't like Rhapsody very much because I think they rip both the consumer and the artist off, but that's another story. That's okay. Get listed on them. It's another visibility. You're going to be picked up by a German company called Music Is Here. You're going to be on Walmart. You're going to be all these different places where your digital distribution is going to show up. So when somebody types the name of your band or the name of you, if it's your name on the cover of the CD, they're going to get all kinds of hits. Listings back from their browser, and that's from Google, whatever. And that's exactly what you want. You want a lot of visibility. You want your name to show up at the top. It was the first way that I ever made any kind of a splash on the internet, was to distribute my CD that way. And in fact, my very first sale was an international sale in Sweden, and it seems like every time I release a CD, somebody in Sweden, a different person, buys it. I don't know why that I would make a sale over there, but it's usually through CD Baby, and it's usually a physical CD they buy. Okay, now you look more legitimate. Now when somebody's checking you out and they look you up on your webpage, and maybe they do just a general search and you show up all over the place and you've got releases, you start looking like you're for real. And of course you are. You produced a CD and you put it out there. So that's great stuff. Now, a couple more tricks about distribution on your CD. If you were to do a cover song and pay the artist for it, go register with Harry Fox Agency. Go do a search on Harry Fox Agency, and they'll set it up so that you can buy the rights to release a song by somebody else. And they'll make sure the royalties get paid, and I think you generally have to pay up front. And that's cool. Well, now you're in a situation where if somebody searches on that tune, particularly if it's a popular tune, and you do an interesting version of it, and when they got to Rhapsody, they got to iTunes or whatever, and somebody searches on Stairway to Heaven, and you've got a cover of Stairway to Heaven, then you're going to show up in that list. And people are going to see that song. They're going to probably listen to your version of it. And if it's good and unique and interesting enough, it's going to pull that person into the rest of your material, because they're going to click through and they're going to find other material by you. So it's a very interesting way to get some advertising. I ran into a lady formerly known as Jane Siberry, who had a song called Calling All Angels. It just had the title of another very popular song. There's like 12 or 13 different songs called Calling All Angels. One, of course, is by Train. Well, she had another, not just different version, I mean, it's a completely different song by that title, and I ran into it, and holy cow, did I fall in love with her recording and her writing and her voice. And so that is simply one way to spread out the footprint of how they discover you and how you market that CD that you've released. So there's a couple tricks for you. And check out cdbaby.com. And Derek Sivers, who started, is no longer involved with them, but his DNA is still there, and it's good DNA. There's a lot of good stuff going on, and a few things maybe you don't want to partake of out there. But anyway, check out cdbaby.com and all the others, TuneCore and all the others, and see if you can find one that you like best. But get it out there, get that CD distributed, and get the widest footprint you can. Go ahead, lose a little control over it. It's cool. It's going to help build your fame in the long run. I am Ryan Michael Galloway. Happy New Year again. It's 2010 in a few minutes, and I'm from We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com. Thanks.